OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Hey. Thank you guys for joining in the OtisWho podcast. Thank you for coming in. I am your host, OtisWho.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Thank you. Another beautiful day. It is cold here in St. Louis, Missouri. I believe the temperature is, let me tell you what the temperature is. 7 degrees. In St. Louis, Missouri, light snow. Well, it's warmer than it has been for the last 3 or 4 days, but hey, I'll take it. It's going to be getting a little warmer. I think the high is going to be in the 30s starting next week or so. But with that being said, thank you guys for joining in to the OtisWho podcast. Thank you. We're going to have some fun. We're going to conversate. Excuse me 1 second here. Okay, here we go. We good. We just chilling. Thank you. Let me get acclimated here. Let me see what we got in the chat real quick. Hold on, let me do this real quick. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Hopefully you guys are staying warm where you at. Please stay warm. It's nice and sunny out, so the sun is shining. You can get your vitamin D and all that good stuff if you're able to stand outside and withstand that cold. But with that being said, I want to discuss some things. You saw the title. They're similar, but they're not. I see you, Picasso. Peace to you, Picasso. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate you. Please, as you enter the room, please, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and if you feel that this information is entertaining enough, please share this with your friends and family. I really appreciate it. We're just having fun discussing today's topics, what happened during the week and things like that, to keep you informed. That's it, no more, no less, to get your mind free of the rigmarole. I can't even talk. What's that word? The rigmarole. There it is, the rigmarole. Oh, that's funny. The rigmarole. What's going on? But let me see. What I want to start with. Oh, I know what I want to start with. We good. We relaxing. First and foremost, you know how we do. I would like to get my day started with a song, my motivational song of today. So let's get right into it. No weapons formed.
It ain't gonna work. The weapon may come, but it ain't gonna work. The weapon may fall, but it ain't gonna work. No. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No, it won't. It won't work. I want you to know God will do what He said He's gonna do. He will stand by His word. He will come through. No weapon formed against you. It may try, but it won't. It can't harm you. It won't work.
Yes. I love that song. I love it. True statement. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. None whatsoever. I believe that wholeheartedly. So let's get into this fun stuff. All right, first and foremost, yes, it's still early enough. I am drinking my cup of coffee. Please, if you'd like to support the show, support the content, I definitely appreciate it. All you have to do is scan the QVR code that you see within the screen, my lower left or my lower right. I forgot. I'm looking at the screen to be my lower right, your lower left. Just scan the QVR code, donate a cup of coffee to your man. It definitely helps support the show. I really do appreciate that. But with that being said, let's get straight into it. I want to discuss how, I don't know how evenly it's divided, but the country is divided. As you already know, there's your conservative way of thinking and there's your liberal way of thinking. I don't like to use the term Democrat or Republican. I don't like using those terms. I barely seldom like using the terms liberal and conservative. If I had to choose one, even though I don't like to pick labels, I don't believe in labels, but if I had to pick one, if you force me, it would be I'm a conservative. I have some liberal thoughts. I don't believe no one is exclusively one thing. No, I believe you could be more than one thing than another, but not all in exclusively. So I definitely have some strong conservative views. Yes, I do. But I do have some liberal thoughts as well. Very little, but I do. So I have to say this to set it up based on how I'm going to be talking. So you're going to see where I'm going to be leaning. Full 100% transparency. But with that being said, there's two separate fashions in this country. And regarding the police department, the policing of the Americans, the citizens, based on what category you place yourself in, is very different. I'm going to go into one story. Now, this first story, it leans basically on the liberal side, the quote unquote. I think the liberal side is associated with the left, even though I'm left-handed. That has nothing to do with nothing. Liberal / left, LL, yes. This particular first story actually originates up north, a little bit north past the United States, but it's bordering, which is, of course, Canada. Now, I'm pretty sure those liberal thoughts are going to make their way down across the border. Actually, they're already here. It all depends on what country or what state / country, because all states are countries. It all depends on what state you're living in, if it's already in effect. But let me stop talking. Let's just go into this first story to see how liberal these thoughts are. Now, to me, it's amazing. Amazing to the fact that it's sad. I want you to hear what this police officer, this policy enforcer in Canada, which is right over the border, how he feels and what they're pushing for as their laws. And trust me, they're already implemented in some of the cities here, your liberal cities. Here we go.
You have to remember that in Canada, we have a presumption of innocence, and posting that picture could be a violation of private life.
Instead, he says if anything is stolen, call 911.
If you get some proof that somebody might have stolen something, then call the police, give the proof to the police, and then we'll do the investigation. We'll bring that person to justice and we'll file some charges. You have to remember that in Canada, we have a presumption of innocence, and posting that picture could be a violation of private life.
Instead, he says if anything is stolen, call 911.
If you get some proof that somebody might have stolen something, then call the police, give the proof to the police, and then we'll do the investigation. We'll bring that person to justice and we'll.
Now, look, I know you heard what the policy officer said. There is no way on God's green earth would I allow a porch pirate, and I see them. There is no way I would allow a porch pirate to come on and take something that doesn't belong to them. He also had the nerve to say, he meaning the police officer, had the nerve to say, if you were to take that footage of your security camera, which belongs to you, and you put it up on social media, Instagram, Facebook, or some sort, to inform the community of the porch pirate, the alleged criminal can sue you, or they could come after you in some form or fashion, lawfully and legally. Are you kidding me?
Got him.
That makes no sense to me. But of course, that is the liberal thought process of some people. Now, that's up in Canada. I'm pretty sure that same thought process is going down in some of the cities. I'm just going to take a shot in the dark. Probably cities in California. Probably cities in... Damn, that's messed up. I can only... Oh, Florida. Or I might be wrong about Florida. I don't know. Well, help me out. Help me out. List the cities in the chat if you're in here, or leave a city in the comment that you feel will adapt the liberal thought process of you are not allowed to promote or post video of a criminal. First of all, let me stop saying allegedly. You have him on camera. He's coming into a yard, he or she, because this female is doing this too. They're coming into your yard, your private property, on your porch, facing you. Let me say this first. They're facing the camera. They're facing your door. They're facing your abode. Their back is not turned. Uh-oh, you're finna get me started. Based on your city, do your research. Okay, I see you, Picasso, Arizona State. Yes, Arizona is definitely one of them. Yes. Check this out. This is my belief. Now, I need police officers or somebody to, if you're going to watch this, leave this in the comment. I don't know. If you are facing me, my door, and I see you bending over in front of my door and you are picking up a package, if I open up that door and that thing is pointing in your face, I have the right. You're not retreating. You still facing me. You still have that package in your hand. I'm not going to go any further, but think about it. Now, let's back up a little bit. You mean to tell me I cannot take a video of someone that's on my property without getting my permission, that I cannot post that? Are you kidding me? Yeah, okay, try it. Try it.
Got him.
It's not going to happen. But unfortunately, if you're in Canada or any other liberal city, and I'm going to say this, it ties in, and you don't have your stuff in order, and I'm just going to say that, then yeah, they can enforce that mess. Don't come on my porch if I'm at home and I see you through my ring that would alert me on my phone. Oh, don't let me see you. And if you get away because I couldn't get to the door in time, or perhaps I wasn't at home at the time, I will be blasting the video on all social medias, unless I know who you are, and then I would take matters into my own hands, because I am within my own right. I am the trustee of my trust, and my power and my job is to protect the trust at all costs. Don't play with me. It's just that one. Wow. Let me see what the chat's saying. What we got going on? Okay, it's probably just me and my friend in here, which is fine. I'll take it. What you got going on, Picasso? What are your thoughts about that? Right to defend one's person and property. Yes. To me, that's just common sense. It really is, but it's unfortunate you have to be aware of your state laws, your city laws, to know what is acceptable. Unless, here's a small commercial, unless you have a trust, you're living through your trust, and your trust states specifically your rights and who is in control of the trust and what jurisdiction you are in, and you give proper notice. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Now let's go to the other story that's totally on the opposite side of that. Matter of fact, I should go this way. The opposite side of that. We're gonna go to the right, which will probably be your left, looking at me. We're gonna go to the conservative side. The side that I like. I like the conservative side. I like that side. Let's see what they talking about. Hold on, before I go further, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Let me see. Let me read this. I don't want to read it out loud because it might not be something I want to be on the air. Let me see. I just got done talking to. Okay, listen. I see what you put in the chat, Gerard Thurls. Let me say this before I get sidetracked briefly. This is not. Hold on, you're conflicted on. So Gerard, so you are actually making accusations of someone that you have no idea what you're talking about. Now, I understand your plight. I really do. I understand your plight, but your plight is not with me. I'm not going to even delete your chatter. I'm not. You have the right to say what you want to say, but your issue is not with me, sir. It is not. If you are stating facts, that's fine. This is not the forum to discuss that, to be totally honest with you. It's kind of disrespectful that you reached out while I was on live to do what you're doing. You've never reached out to me in the private. I'm pretty sure you have my email number. So I don't my email address. So I don't understand the concept of you doing what you're doing. There's a way to handle everything. You could talk to me in the private, and that's where I'm going to leave that. You have my email. You could definitely reach out to me. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But you could feel free to stay in the chat and do what you do. I had better respect for you, but you can still do what you do. That's fine. It's just going to make my ratings go up, the views go up. To be honest with you, that's fine. I've come with clean hands. And I have nothing to do with your plight. And I'm going to say this without going into details at all. Then I'm going to leave that alone and finish my live, what I was talking about. But let's just be 100%. I'm not going to say that. Nope, you almost got me. I'm not going to say that. Moving on to the next story. But I understand your plight. And that's all I'm going to say. But if you really want to discuss something, you can reach out to me. OtisWho, the number 1, at gmail.com. OtisWho, OtisWho, the number 1, at gmail.com. Let's talk about this like men. I know you're upset. You have every right to be upset based on what you believe. But trust me and believe. Don't get me in the mix with that. Please don't. But you can feel free to discuss it with me after I get off this live and you send me an email and we'll talk about it. But with that being said, but let's keep doing what you're doing in the chat because I'm not going to lie. That's going to bring up my ratings. And also, too, my name is spelled with 1 T. 1 T. But let's go. So like I was saying, we discussed the left side of the policy enforcers and how they believe and what they do. So now let's look at the opposite side, the alternative side. Like I said, the side that I lean on. So let me set that up. Let me see here. Boo, boo. We're going to be all right. Now, I really need a cup of coffee. But we good, though. Actually, I don't want to drink too much. I'm going to have to get up and use the restroom. So let me see. Where's that one at? Is that one there? Yep, this is it right here. I like this one. I like this one now. This is my speed right here. This is my speed now. Listen to this story. Whoever these sheriffs are, and I'm trying to figure out what cities and state that they're in. I'm trying to figure that out. I need to do my due diligence. But let's just listen to what these policy enforcers have to say. I ride with them. Let's see what they have to say.
Enforcement leaders say you should be packing heat.
Fox 35's Brian Scott is here now with more on this bold suggestion. Brian?
Yeah, 3 sheriffs in the area are now standing together on this one, saying terrorists, active shooter, whatever the situation, they want citizens ready to step up.
If you're not afraid of a gun, get one.
The message from Polk County's top cop, crystal clear.
Become proficient. Get a concealed firearms license and carry it. And if you need to shoot somebody, shoot them a lot.
Sheriff Grady Judd's going public today with his response to attacks around the world and here at home, telling citizens they need to step up.
The armed assailant doesn't plan on you fighting back. He plans on having a gun, doing all the shooting, and you're just the sitting duck, where the ducks need to shoot back.
And if not a gun, something to defend yourself and those around you. A bold stance.
Be prepared to serve as the first line of defense.
Very similar to the one Brevard Sheriff Wayne Ivey went viral with 2 weeks ago. That video now up to nearly 500,000 views.
No matter who you are or what your position is on guns, there's no denying the fact that the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun or a knife is an armed and well-prepared citizen or law enforcement officer.
And tonight, Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood is also stepping up. He tells me he backs Judd and Ivey on this one completely, adding, there's not enough police in America to stop all of these threats. Just one citizen stepping up, he says, could make the difference. So the stance clearly popular among those local law enforcement. On social media, though, the reaction's a bit more mixed. Some praising the message, others saying it's not helping, even some saying it creates panic. Live in the studio, Brian Scott, Fox 35 News.
Wow. Now listen, I know you heard the sheriff's take. Now, I know he said the city. I forgot it. I really did. Rewind it. It doesn't matter. I'm protected anyway. But the point is, I like the way they roll. I like the way they think. I love their concept. I love their concept. They're letting you know right now that the criminals are basically, well, they're number one, they've always outnumbered the law enforcement. I'm sorry. They do. They're in most parts, they're already are more armed and equipped more and better than the police officers. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. You better be prepared, and you are supposed to. You have the right to bear arms. You have the right to bear arms. We had 2 different stories, 2 totally opposing one another. One where the liberal side, they want you to not report the porch bandits, put the audio or the video up on any social media sites because you would be in the wrong and you could be charged criminally for defaming the potential or the alleged, and I hate that word because it's not alleged, you're on the camera, you're doing it. But for sake to protect myself, you cannot post the footage of the alleged thieves, porch pirates, because you could be infringing upon their rights. Are you kidding me? But then on the opposite side, which is the side that I love it. Yes.
Got him.
They telling you, they being the sheriffs, they are telling you, you better arm yourself. And when you shoot them, what did he say? He said, shoot them a lot. He said that. I didn't. Now, I just happen to agree. Yes, he just happened to agree. but you shoot them a lot. Two different stories. Crazy. But this is what makes America great, for lack of a better phrase. You can't have everybody agreeing on the same thing. It will be a very, very boring America, to say the least. You don't want yes men around you. That's a big no-no. You definitely do not want yes men around you. So with all that being said, you have to make your choice. You have to take a stand. What side are you on? Are you going to really allow the policy enforcers to protect you when they're nowhere around you at all, nowhere close enough to even protect you or to defend you? Are you going to go their route, or are you going to go with the route of, let me protect and arm myself? I hope and pray I don't have to utilize this deadly weapon. I hope and pray that I don't, but I will be equipped enough to handle that weapon. And God forbid that someone does something to my person or to my property and they're facing me. That's the operative phrase. They have to be facing you. You could let loose. Now, if they running away, don't do it. You going to jail. But if they facing you, yeah, I said it. What the sheriff say? Shoot them. Shoot them a lot. That's what he said. I just happen to agree.
Got him!
Yeah, sure does. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.